So I'm going to go through a series of questions, and I will always begin first since everybody here is nervous, and I'm never nervous because I'm out there and crazy. So the first question that I asked everyone to wonder and to talk about was what it was like, the thoughts, emotions, concerns, and fears. I had just brought my daughter back from the NICU, and I remember one morning just sitting down at the bottom of her crib while she was sleeping and thinking that I was going to get on the 105 towards the 110 because I used to live in Los Angeles. And I was just going to drive off of that intersection. I thought about doing it at 3 o'clock in the morning because, hopefully there wouldn't be a lot of cars. And perhaps my husband and my daughter would think that it was a car accident. That's what it was like. And at the time, I wasn't a mental health professional. At the time, I was just a parent that had left the NICU. But as Dr. Newport stated, I had a history of depression. I had a history of child abuse. And I had a history of substance abuse. I had all the triggers, but no one at the NICU asked me any questions. So, Mariah, what was it like for you?
This is the first time that I'm actually ever talking about my mental health issues, so thank you for bearing with my potential tears. I also have a lot of risk factors, what I've learned today. I also had a history of child abuse, depression, I've had an eating disorder, I've gotten through everything. I've lived in 3 different countries, found myself in Miami, married, and then we wanted to have a baby. And I was working for a company that didn't support me being pregnant, and that's when it started. Later on, I found out that my OB had actually sent me to Dr. Newport with a note saying she's suicidal, which I wasn't, but thanks to my OB, I think I found help. I was diagnosed with postpartum depression, anxiety, and OCD with intrusive thoughts. While I still think I suffer from some of these issues, I'm positively hopeful that one day I'll be okay. And what it was like, horrendous, isolating, embarrassing, and it makes you feel like a really bad mother because you're just not the stereotype that media has of women. My son was also in NICU. I just didn't feel like I could care for him the best that I could because of my issues.
I don't know if to give my own or to give my daughter's. To be able to get to know me better, I've spoken about this several times about my daughter. I did not know what postpartum depression was. I had no knowledge of anything. I just know that with me, something was wrong. In my daughter's case, I didn't know anything was wrong with her. I just know that I never suffered from postpartum depression. I mean, depression at all before. I don't have a history of that. I never used alcohol, smoke, or drugs. I didn't have any abuse. Maybe verbal and physical by mom, but that was pretty much it. And it was to keep me in line. I did have, at that time, domestic violence with my husband. And it was a very bad situation for 2 years. When I finally decided to leave him because he got aggressive with my mother, then I got pregnant with my second child. And it was horrible to me because a whole month had passed and I had left this monster behind, and all of a sudden I'm faced with the fact that I'm pregnant again from this person that doesn't even deserve to have a child in my mind. All I could think of is, I don't want this baby. I want to get rid of it. What can I do? Because I don't want to go to an abortion clinic and be thought like a monster, because we're talking about 1980s. And it was like, you don't talk stuff. That was like a taboo. So I just went my own way and hitting my stomach, taking pills, drinking all type of things that people would suggest for me to get rid of the baby. And mind you, this wasn't just at the beginning of the pregnancy. Sadly, this was during the whole pregnancy. When I had my baby, I didn't want her. Mind you, she was an 8-month baby. I didn't go full term. It was maybe 36 weeks and a half. And we had a fever when labor came, and doctors were trying to find out who was the source of the fever. Was it her? Was it me? Did I have any infections? There was nothing. And when it came time to give labor, the doctor was telling me to hurry up 8 centimeters. We can't wait till 10. You have to hurry.